let me know.
I don't think it's recording on Zoom. Recording in progress.
There we go.
Now
all right. There we go. Ooh, this is not easy. How do I make this bigger? Okay, I'm going to get to it. Welcome once again. Had a slow start, but we is going to get to it. Welcome. My name is Gladys Cream. I'm a personal brand and social media strategist. I'm also a photographer, creative strategist when it comes to soul, helping businesswomen. I also create visuals that really represent women, who they are, their character, what they stand for, etc. I'm also the founder of Go Be You, Be Human, where heart meets strategy. And I help you grow. I help you grow confidently, connect deeply, and convert with style and ease. I'm also a public speaker, a mom of two, and a digital cheerleader for women who are ready to shine and show up. So I'm always blending in fun. I'm having fun. Sometimes I can get a bit serious if it's like, focus mode. But here we are. And you can find me at Go Be You, Be Human. And my topic today is what is in your hand? Let me know in the chat. And I ask this because we are sitting on so many gifts, so many things that God has blessed us with that we are not fully sharing. And I'm going to show you some lessons that I've learned from using Stripe. We'll get there. But what is really in your hand? What has God been speaking to you about that you need to release, that you need to show up, and you're still holding on for dear life? Or you might have a practice or you might have a business that's already established offline, but when it comes to online social media presence, you are nowhere to be found. How many of you need to come out of your shadows and step out into the light? How many are hiding in your hiding place of work, using that as an excuse not to show up? Yes, you might be busy, but how long are you going to be hiding for? How many of you are using babies or family circumstances as a crutch for an excuse? Because trust me, I've been there. But the Lord has been speaking to me to really, really find a way to dig deep. How many of you are saying you will? You start, but don't commit. How many of you need to update your brand photo, but still using the old one from the past? Even I'm on here on Zoom. Not everyone has their profile picture. Where is it? I want to see your beautiful faces. Let me just go back to Zoom. There's like maybe 70%, 60, 70% that you guys have your profile photos. How long will you keep hiding and withholding your gift when you need to just show up offline but online? How many of you want to change? You want to have impact, you want to have money, but you don't show up to do the work required. Let me ask you this: what lifestyle are you leading? What lifestyle are you creating? Are you utilizing what God has placed in your hands and what He's placed in you? And let me just check the chats real quick. Yes, I've gone grey. Did I say the T word? Okay, no, that was earlier. And I ask you these questions just to really just make you think, to just dive in, just to really question, are you really showing up in the fullest of the capacity of what you can show up as? And this is my journey. I started from, well, this is back in I say back in the days, but maybe 5 years plus, maybe 7 years back, where I was a fashionista. I still am, but I took a deep dive and really lost my way. But I was a fashionista. I was stylish. I was exploring, having fun. I was utilizing my gifts. At that time, I was a monsoon manager. I was a head fashion stylist as well, training other women as well, helping clients, helping customers, and it was a great time. The second phase is when, probably a good couple of years later, I fell. Actually, no. This is where this bald head that you see, it got to a time where, because I started photography um years ago, it's got to a point where, yes, I'm taking pictures of lovely people, I'm taking pictures of everyone and their brand, but however, I was struggling to use my voice. I felt like I wasn't using my voice to the fullest. I felt like I needed to also be in front of the camera, yes, behind the camera as well, but also in front, to really utilize the voice and the purpose of what God has placed within me. And at that point, I didn't even know, but I fell pregnant. I was pregnant at this point, and that was in 2020. I remember this was my home studio where I had like my backdrop. That's where I used to take a bulk amount of my photos when it comes to like portrait studio sessions. And that's where you'll see later some of my photos. They were taken in my living space, which I turned into a bedroom as well as a studio space, a creative space. And at this point, I just knew at that point, and that's when lockdown happened. Like, lockdown was, for me, it was great in a sense because it just allowed me to reflect, do more self-care, slow down, not be in the management world, not be in retail, all of that good stuff. So it was a great time. I was dancing, I was having fun. Um, However, on the flip side, probably towards the end when things started opening back up, that's when I felt like another shift where I knew I needed to grow. I knew I needed to do something different. And because I wasn't doing photography, I just knew, and obviously lockdown and whatnot, I just knew, okay, something needs to shift, something needs to go. And it came to a point where I needed to really just start over. I felt like I needed to start over, start fresh, shave my hair, and it felt like a release. And in that moment, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned already, but I was pregnant at this time. But when there's a fresh beginning, God is always right there to cultivate what's on the inside. And glory to God, I had my baby. So I'm a mother of two, as I said. The third picture really displays post baby after giving birth. I think this was when I was pregnant with my second baby, and I remember just sitting there. And now you can see I've transitioned into locks. I transitioned into locks because I said, you know what, the hair loss was crazy with my first baby, even though I have thick hair. Um, Even though my hair was in good, well, it felt like I was in good health, but having a baby a few months later, I was like, no, the chunks of hair that are coming out, it was disgusting. I said, no, I ain't losing no more hair. So I decided to try locks, and that was great up until a certain point where I feel like with second baby, I know they say, don't relax your hair while you're pregnant, but I did, because it got to a point where I felt like the locks were, I felt, I didn't feel like myself after a certain point. They looked good, they were great, but I just felt like, you know what, I need another look. I need to change it up a bit. And you know what, probably that's one of my mechanisms. I change up my hair so that I can change something on the inside to also represent me on the outside. Um, and this is where, yeah, I felt tired, isolated, frustrated. I was not utilizing my gifts. I felt lost. I felt unseen. I felt like no one could see me. I couldn't even see me in the fullest of what God, not even the fullest of what God, sorry, I couldn't see how God could see me. I thought God had left me out. I thought God had counted me out because I just knew that no, God, I don't know what you've done, because there's been a lot of shifts. I ended up moving post my first baby, moving to a further location that's like Hertfordshire area. I ended up moving there, so family connection, support, all of that stuff was very small and very rare to happen. So it expedited certain feelings in me, that feeling abandoned, feeling isolated, feeling lost, feeling like, where am I, who am I? And sometimes we can get lost in consuming the title of the titles of what we carry, whether you're a mother, whether you're a wife, whether you're a manager, whether you're a director, whatever level. Sometimes we can overly consume a role and lose ourselves in that. And more time, we need to just take a step back and detach from what it is. And I remember in 2023, at the ending of, yeah, in December, And God had placed something in me. And it wasn't until my cousin, she spoke to me. She was like, Gladys, you need to use your gift. Like, you're always speaking life, you're creative, all of this. Like, she was really pouring back into me because I've been pouring into her. And she really channeled that thing. And at that point I knew I need to show up. I need to rise up and build. I've got my t-shirt on, rise up and build, from the I Am Woman retreat, which was amazing. But it really just allowed me to be like, okay, you know what, I need to commit. But in order for me to commit and really show up and utilize everything that's inside my hand, Lord, I had to pray. I had to pray and just ask God to be like, please, Lord, I don't want to do this by myself. I need a community. I need you to come through, because I don't want to do this by myself. I've been doing it by myself for God knows how long. I'm done with doing it by myself. I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to show up. I'm ready to do the work. Um, and God really, really blessed me, because it wasn't until another 6, 7 months later where the rebuild came. Well, Nikki came, because I started seeing her in a group, Woman Who Dare. Shout out Beverly. And as I started seeing her, I feel like, as you know, I'm sure you guys can relate. As you know, when Nikki speaks, it's like she's speaking to your core. She's speaking to your heart, your soul, your spirit. And I really felt called out. I could relate to her. I could see myself in her. There was a lot of things where I resonated with Nikki, at the rebuild. For those that don't know who she is, and I just knew at that point it was time to show up and really just commit and share the things that are in my hand. Even though, yes, I might have sold some camera lenses, sold it because I thought I wasn't coming back to it, but lo and behold, photography is coming back, all the skill sets are coming back. And I started the brand, which is the last picture, Go Be You, Be Human. And that was just a reminder for me to go and be you and be human. And also sharing that message with people: go and be you and be human. It's okay. You don't have to hold the world in your hands. You can literally just be you and be human. Let me just make sure the chat is okay. Oh, Raza, lovely, lovely, lovely. And this picture, just this last picture at the end, this is where I really started to trust God. Don't get me wrong, I had moments sometimes, when you're lying on the floor and you're like, God, how am I going to do this? How's this income going to, like, how? When you're like, God, please make a way, because something needs to give. But every time I would call on Him, He would always be there. And I just remember the times Nikki, she would call out of the blue, like, hey sis, how you doing? And then I'll get up. I'll get up. And she really sparked something in me, reignited the Gladys who is really, really on the inside to really start showing up. And these retreats that she does, retreats, the events, the rebuild community, it's a space for all areas. It's not just one area of your life, but all areas of your life where you can really, really grow. And I can see the transformation that's happening, and it's beautiful, but there's still more to go. There's still more to come. So I'm here to remind you, your gift will make room for you. And I am a testament of that. Your gift will make room for you. I started small with literally just saying to Nikki, I see your YouTube page. You need a cover, please take it. If you don't want it, that's fine. You can tell me to mind my business, whatever. But I just saw, oh, okay, we need to just change that up. And it's in those little things where you have a gift, where you see something that could be of more potential, to improve it, so that it can. Oh, sorry, I had Alexa go off. But you could really sow into someone else based on the gift that you have. You can share something, whether it's for free, whether it's paid, or whatever the case is. And your gift will always make room for you. I know sometimes it can be scary, because it's just like, oh my gosh, you're stepping out, you're moving forward, you're making moves. And it can be daunting at times, because it's just like, hold on, you want to call back to the old you want to call back to the previous version of you, because you feel like, okay, playing small is easier, playing small is too costly, playing small will keep you stuck, will keep you frustrated, it will keep you isolated, it will keep you from not playing at the biggest, boldest, highest version of yourself. And this is just like one of the areas, well, a few areas. I am also the rebuild. photographer. I'm the rebuild when it comes to like videos and reels. I got you on that. And also brand, I'm also the brand and social media designer, social media manager, and also a public speaker. Me coming into this space has facilitated all of that, all of the creative gifts that God has given me to really rise up, to really show up. And I'm still growing, I'm still evolving. Um, and my gift isn't small, because probably I had a perspective of my gift is small. It doesn't really matter. It's not really gonna make much impact. It's not gonna do too much. Me, I'm just here with my small camera. But look at what it's doing. I've been able to capture Nikki at the retreat. She had a beautiful award that day as well. Shout out the rebuild queens here as well, where I'm able to capture their essence, who they are, and just capture the day. Because the bottom pictures were also from the Come As You Are event. There's also Come As You Are 2 that is coming. And if you have not got your ticket, I need to get mine as well. But if you have not got your ticket, it is time. Book, get the ticket, because it is life. It's life changing. The spirit, your emotion, like every department of your life will be covered. You cannot come out of Come As You Are and stay the same. It's impossible. And yes, sorry, where was I? This and when through doing all of this, me showing up, and I know we're running over time, but so please bear with me. But when it came to really just sharing my gifts, etc., I had to pray for God, please give me capacity. Give me capacity, because more time we start off with a small capacity, and our mindset is a small thinking that, okay, we can't do more, we can't go over and beyond. But however, when you are obedient and start showing up and start trusting God and say, you know what, Lord, I'm going to commit. I don't know how, but I'm going to trust you. And then every step that you take will be a step forward. It will be a step forward of change. It will be a step forward of growth. It will be a step forward of transformation. And it's not only you that gets impacted, everyone else around you sees the change, feels the change, and it also creates change in them as well.
What have you put in this now? See, it feels soft now. What have you put in here?
And I've got some videos to share with you, because at the retreat,
Are you how many
long
products are you
story short,
Is there a subscription? Do you deliver?
Gladys Cream.
I created.
You know how much I'm paying on Coco
Yesterday, she was like, I want
know
it, I
what
want
these
it.
children go
It's
through?
like one of these bottles. It's like this.
Oh,
I created
Do you have
it,
bigger
and I remember on the retreat.
Get one like this size that will last for
No,
about
in my room, I was posting the shout
this kind of stuff.
and I remember she had her sugar, and she had a small pot, and it was
yesterday. She was like, I want it, I want
it
it.
has that raw shea butter stinking smell. Can I get this one? When you have that raw, to the nose, but long story short, I was like, I'll try this.
So nice. Yes, you must. Yes.
She was like, oh, does
What
anyone
have you
have
put
the
in
cream?
this now?
And I was like, oh yeah, no,
What have you put in here?
I want it, I want it.
This is use that cream,
Are you
which was
How many products are you? Is there a
I was like,
subscription?
yeah,
Do you deliver?
and then she went away, she used it. She
You know
came
what
back,
I'm paying on
she came
Coco
with full
Butter?
energy. She was like,
You know how much these children go through?
Gladys Cream, and because it was
Tried some
labelled,
yesterday, she was like, I want it, I want it. I was like,
we'll have our names on the cream.
Get one like
I
this
put the
size
label
that will
and
last
then
for
she
about
was just
3
like,
hours.
I need the cream, I need the cream, I need the cream, I need the Gladys cream, I need the, and everywhere, everywhere we went to, I would take Gladys cream, I need the Gladys cream.
it's a Gladys Cream.
And at that point, I was thinking,
Tried some yesterday, she was like, I want it, I want it. I was like,
it's just a cream, and that's probably been my perspective that I'm learning and growing from, where it's just like I play it down, and sometimes
nice.
I'm saying,
Yes, you must.
yes, what God has placed in me.
What have you put in this now?
It really just
What have you put in here?
took me some time to just that's like, hold on, she actually wants the cream.
tried some yesterday, she was like, I want it, I want it. I was like,
She asked for the bottle that I had.
Is there a subscription? Do you
And then
deliver?
she was giving me the bottle on the way back. I was like, okay, you know what, bro? Take the cream, use it.
You know how much I'm paying on Coco
Because
Butter?
I know, like,
You know how much these
even
children
when
go
I go to
through?
bed at home, The Gladys Cream,
Do you have bigger jars?
Gladys Cream.
which was amazing. But you know,
Get
when
one like
somebody
this
just-
size.
Yeah,
That will
I
last
want it,
for
I want it.
about-
No, I need that now. I need it now.
Oh my days.
It smells good. It feels
kinda
good, and I've got some videos that I'll just share with you.
Came on as well. It's the Gladys Cream. She tried some yesterday. She's like, I want it, I want it. I was like,
It's like honey. It's so nice.
Hopefully
Yes,
you
you
guys
must.
can hear
Yes.
the sound. But it's
What
just
have you put in
confident.
this next? See, it's so soft. What have you put in here?
that came on as well.
I want the Gladys Cream. Hey,
Gladys Cream.
Is there a subscription?
Tried some
Do you
yesterday. She's
deliver?
like, I want it, I want it. I was like,
what is in your hand? I say all of this because
You know how much I'm paying on cocoa butter?
the small
You know how much these children go through?
is good to someone else.
Do you have bigger
Got
jars?
another.
came on as well.
Get one like this size that will last for
Gladys
about.
Cream.
See,
She tried some yesterday. She was like, I want it, I want it. I was like, the boyfriend. Slay down, boyfriend. That came on as well. I'm telling you. Gladys Cream. She tried some yesterday. She was
so
like,
nice.
I want it, I want it. I was
Yes,
like,
you must. Yes.
So yes, I
What
share
have you
that
put
with
in
you.
this next? See it. Soft now. What have you put in here?
I'm sharing the link. I'm also sharing
Are you
the
putting
page.
children's? How many products? Is there a subscription? Do you deliver?
Gladys Cream.
You do not know what is in your hand.
Tried some yesterday.
You know-
Let me just share the link before I forget. The Gladys Cream is now available, so get yours now. You can screenshot this, and then it should take you to the payment link. If not, can share that. I can share that in a moment. I'll share that in a moment. But yeah, please. Let me just see if I can get to my notes. Sorry, excuse my notes right now. Gladys Creams. Listen, I've got a bunch of links to share with you. Branded flyer. Get your Gladys Cream. There we go. There we go. The Gladys Cream. Yes. So get yours now. Get yours now, because I am excited. Like the little things that have just been happening. I've got a few clients I need to ship out their products today. Like, look how cute this is. Don't know if you can see the little branding just to say thank you. Hey Queen. And I've got the box. I'm excited. So get the Gladys Cream. Shameless plug. But I'm just sharing this out of a testimony of showing up and utilizing whatever's in your hand. Because it's not just, photography or branding. There's other elements of me that I'm not fully aware just yet because maybe I'm playing it small and I need to play it bigger, And I share this with you that you are a walking brand lighthouse for a client who needs what you have. Shout out Natalie, because she was on my case even after the treat. Gladys, I need the Gladys Cream. I need it. And then also show up and create that Stripe link. Like, I've never utilized Stripe link so much in the past 2 weeks. I tell you, and Alfia, I wrote this down because Alfia just remind me of that mindset to show up boldly. She had her talk earlier this week. Show up like a queen and wear it like a crown, because people will be drawn to that. People will be drawn because they're also queen. We are all queens on this earth. We are all queens and kings on this earth. And one thing, Queen Nikki, she's always speaking about the Stripe link. Set up your Stripe links. Just set it up. Add the products. Add the services. And she's always reminding us, you can create anything. You can sell anything. I've had my Stripe link for God knows how long, probably since I registered the business. I've never maximized it to the point of how it's being maximized now. Because as I've been showing up, as I'm learning, like I'm being able to respond to things quicker. Sometimes I'm still working on systems, etc., in other areas of my business. But however, when it comes to Stripe, it is a beautiful thing because you don't know the impact that you will have when you show up in the fullness of who you are. And oh, noted there down below, she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. She said, create the Stripe link, share it, add the products. She said it so smoothly. I can't remember how long ago it was, probably a few months ago, but it registered back then as, hold on, this Stripe link that she's talking about. What? Is it possible? Like, she's talking about different products that she sold. Remember about the corsets, waist trainer, sorry, that she sold. But it comes back down to this whole Stripe link. At first, my mind was boggled. Like, how can you sell different products under one business? Like, how does that work? But you know what? When you start thinking about the how, you lose focus. You lose focus, and then now being able to create multiple links. I've never created so many links in this week. But you know what? As you start showing up, people will start asking certain things of you. So show up and share that Stripe link. Some of you that are still sitting on that Stripe link that you know that's a to-do list that you need to create it, because it is so simple, it's so easy. I need to get a Stripe, what's it called, affiliate link at this rate. Let me just check the Zoom chat. Oh yes, thank you, Omalara. And t-shirts. Yes, I also do t-shirts as well in regards to branding. Just simple fonts, nothing too crazy. But like just simple wording, I can do that for you, or icons, etc. I can also do that for you. Yes, Alfia, the Stripe link is so easy. Yes, send the affiliate links. Yes, yes, yes. I'll get that sorted and send. And I just want to share with you the 5 Stripe reflections and lessons that I've learned from using Stripe. So, number one, have standards and boundaries, because I did create a Stripe link for a customer. However, I had to set boundaries on my time. I knew, okay, if she wants this particular thing in a shorter time frame, she's not on this call. This is an external person. Excuse me. If I want to be clear and communicate, I need to be clear and communicate and set boundaries so that that person can respect. Because at first she was coming in thick and hard, and with certain people, like I was speaking last week about when it comes to more people that are a bit slightly more dominant, I was able to set a standard and set the boundary that, hey, no, that's not how I do it here. You might be used to a certain thing, but I was able to communicate with her clearly that if you want this in a short time frame, I can do this for you. um if not, then it will be a slightly longer time frame, because it's like video, and that takes a slightly longer time. So eventually she understood. So I'm proud of myself, because I set the boundary, I made it clear, and she was able to respect that. And then now we've been able to communicate deeper, because I communicated in an authentic, respectful way. She respected me back, and we've been able to have deeper conversations, etc., speaking about God, all of that kind of stuff. Number two, dress up and be your best. Be the person to speak to strangers. Be the first person to speak to strangers. Because I know Nikki, she was speaking about, dressing up. Show up as your best self. Dress, if you have to, not necessarily, you don't have to wear a suit, but dress to impress, because people will be drawn to that. I remember I wore a dress, and wore my dress, and I wore my pretty girl sandals. Um, and I wore it to do the nursery drop. I went to Aldi, so I was going all over the town, and I felt good within myself. But however, the responses that I was getting, the compliments that I was getting, that, girl, your dress is absolutely amazing. I love it. You look stunning. At first, I was like, "Oh, thank you," but I had to receive it and say, "Yes, thank you so much. I made it myself." And it was a blessing, and it was just a reminder: show up as the highest version of you, show up as the best version of you, because people will be attracted. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to have everything all together, but dress up and be your best. The third thing, communicate the transformation story behind what you do. Stories connect, and it enabled me to share the highest amount of payment links in the past 2 weeks. I need to send Nikki a voice note. I'll send her a short one. I was like, you know how she be. But listen, communicate the transformation, communicate the story, because we are all connected to stories. And we make decisions based off stories and emotions, of course. And number 4, stop consuming and start producing. Stop consuming and start producing. There was a point, definitely like more so last year, I had to say to myself, okay, Gladys, you're consuming a lot of Nikki. We need to detach and just take on what she's saying and implement. And I know sometimes we can get caught up in the trap, caught up in the cycle of just consume, eat, 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 eat. And then what happens after you eat? Let me know in the chat. What happens after you finish eating? Let's see. Stop consuming, start producing. Yes. Oh gosh. We sleep. Get full and fall asleep. But where does the food go? Where does it go? Waste. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. It goes to waste. That is a good way to say it. Thank you, Belinda. It goes to waste. And we, like Nikki, she doesn't want that for us. She is pouring waterfalls, gallons of knowledge, of wisdom, of power. And I just implore you, detach from eating and consuming, and really just change your mindset into producing. There's times like even at the retreat, we had to catch ourselves. Like, Nikki, when it comes to words, when it comes to her expressing herself, we are like, yes, we are hooked in, we are consuming, enjoying. Then meanwhile, she had to call us out to say, hey, stop it. Wake up, learn the lesson, take the lesson of what I'm teaching. So really just ask yourself, how have I used this gift, this hour, this week, this month, or this year? And how am I taking Nikki's lessons and applying it? And even if it's just a small chunk, whatever the smallness is, take it and then apply it. Then come back and then learn something else, because that's the only way that we're gonna grow. Like, she is on a mission to really help women just level up, come out, heal, rise, everything. And to come as you are too is gonna be life changing for a lot of women. Number 5, what is your audience desiring to fix, and how can you fix it? Let me know in the chat as well. What do you do in regards to helping? You might predominantly, a lot of you might be helping women. What is it that you do? Let me know in the chat. And then just start with, I am Gladys and I help woman X by doing Y. Let's just check the chats. And we are almost at the end, okay? Oh, I just see in the chat, weight gain from Audrey. Let me know in the chat if nothing has come through. So y'all don't want to share what you do? Hold up, boobies. Yes, Tanya. Shout out the boob tape. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, y'all are probably thinking, I'm going to give you 1 minute. No, not 1 minute. That's too long. 20 seconds. I just need a few people just to say what you do. Y'all still might be typing, but we need to have this on lock. Boob tape, yes. She's got that too. Yes, Samantha, I help women with emotional healing. Samantha Roach, she helps women with emotional healing. Beverly, over 60 styling. Okay, yes, Beverly. Alfia, she's saying, I am the corporate doctor, and she helps senior leaders retain talent and boost morale. Come on. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Simone. Simone says, I'm a sickle cell advocate and coach. Come on, powerful, powerful. Adina, a public speaker. She performs at weddings and events, mental health nurse, and help women to heal through trauma. Powerful, powerful. And hello. She's a singer. Don't know how you missed that in the first hello. But have that ready from the get-go. Have that ready in your mind to just type, because we took too long to type that. I'm so sorry. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, back to this. So I'll just share with you, if you are not part of the rebuild, if you are feeling isolated and you want rebuild and you want to be part of the rebuild community where you will be nurtured, you'll be supported, and you also grow in all areas of development, then this is for you. please, you can screenshot this and all of these QR codes will take you to that page. And I'll share the links as well. When it comes to number 2, so design services in regards to branding, flyers, event and promo flyers, or social media posts, your girl has got you. Click the link. Okay, you see the power of the links. I've never been so trigger happy when it comes to links. Number 3, I've created the content circle. So if you just simply need a supportive content when it comes to if you simply need a supportive community when it comes to content and posting, then this is for you. This is just us just showing up week on for 4 weeks. I've added a few of you. I know Dina, Donna, shout out you guys that were interested. This is time to show up, share your gift, share your voice, share your power, share your stories. And the last thing, which is for the queen, the social media accelerator. And this is for if you simply just want to be handheld. If you want to be handheld to just show, okay, this is what social media does, whether Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I'll give you all the tips, the tricks, and the systems, and real value. Excuse me, real value, so that you can show up as a sole creator and as the boss that you are, and show up with ease. And this has got a discount on it, so it's normally 477. It is now 177. So if I was you, this will and I work this is for a one-on-one basis. Definitely click it if you are ready and if you are interested and if you are committed to just showing up, doing the work, then that is for you. I'm going to share the links now because I know time is precious, but it is your girl Gladys. And I'll leave you with this. Let me just share the links before I forget. I'm just going to share both of them there. Copy, Zoom. Where are we? So I'll leave you with this. 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. And that's just a powerful reminder to just say, use your gifts. They're not random. We are all specifically, we have design. God has given us a specific design and they are meant to be shared. So don't keep them to yourself. Show up, be visible, and let your creativity serve with purpose. And if you are I'm taking any bookings in regards to like whatever brand support that you need when it comes to photography, video, visuals, strategy, content, all of that kind of stuff. If you're like, girl, I still need extra help, or you want to ask for something a bit more bespoke, then please let me know. That is my Calendly link where you can book a call with me, and then you'll see my availability and you just book when it's available for you. Let me just go to the chats. I hope you were blessed.